I don't know if I unmuted my mic or not, but what's up, Harry? Here, let me make sure it's actually on. Okay, it's definitely on now. Cool. It's time. Another session. More chunks to be mined. More blocks to be dug. I'm hoping the chunks today are favorable ones. You know, that might be something interesting to think about, actually. I just thought of this right now. Like, I wonder how much time I lose per chunk because of sleeping. Because you gotta sleep every 10 minutes. And if the average chunk takes, like, at most an hour and 40, sleeping 10 times, it's probably over a minute at least. You were in bed for a minute because of fever. Still sick? Oh, pickaxe. No breakage today. I mean, worst case, if I end up breaking all of my netherite picks, I mean, it'd be very annoying, but I do have plenty of diamonds to make an army of diamond picks. The only difference is just durability, thankfully. I mean, hopefully not. I've already broken 2 netherite picks since I started doing the chunking, though, but hopefully that's not a trend. Hopefully that is an outlier. But yeah, I mean, I still have a shulker's worth of netherite picks. So hopefully we should be fine. I just want to really minimize repairing trips if I can, you know? It's just kind of annoying. Although, on the flip side, it's also annoying when I have to spend like 40 minutes repairing stuff. So, I don't know, maybe there's like a sweet spot of digging time to repair time. I'm also just wondering, you know, this is actually probably something I could figure out. Like, there's a chance that I could be getting enough diamonds to offset the amount of digging I do. I feel like we don't, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me see what it says in my sheet real quick, because that is a stat being tracked. Diamonds per like 1,000 blocks. My average is 2 diamonds. Wait. Yeah, 2 diamonds per 1,000 blocks. I think I actually would technically be able to just mine the rest. Like, if we kept up that kind of average, it would be technically possible for me to just be able to mine the rest of this without ever tool repairing. Now, on the flip side, I would still have to spend time enchanting. And I don't even know if I have... I mean, I'll get lapis, but I don't know if I have enough lapis for that. I might, but... It would just be a different waste of time, I think. It would be kind of funny, though. I also just don't have a cheap source of efficiency 5 books. I think I have a villager that gives me efficiency 5, but it's like not good. And I don't have very many emeralds. Good evening. Hello and welcome. Don't mind me. Just doing some digging in Minecraft. What is this for? It's for fun. I'm just digging to chill, relax, and have a good time, and also just make a really large hole in the ground while I do it. Want to make sure I'm doing this properly. It looks like I am. Cool. What's up, Harry? Stressing over nothing this week? Oh man, that's the classic. Just have anxiety and stress even though there's just no reason for it. It's all in your head. Such is life as being an anxious person. Mm. Okay. Just thinking in my head what the average time to getting to 1/6 of a chunk done is, and we are exactly at that point currently. Because our average time has been 96 minutes. Divide that in half, that's 48. And then divide that into third, 16. I don't think most of the people watching this stream can read Russian, myself included. Can, but you don't understand it. Why did I throw my pick? Don't do that. The pick wanted to escape being abused. But it will not escape that easily. No, 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 it's got a job to do. You have 5 banned accounts. Incredible. Surely your other accounts weren't banned for no reason. Or for a bad reason. Surely not. They were. Surely you've been very nice the whole time. You lie, you only have 2 banned accounts. Imagine lying on the internet. Mm-hmm. Continue on with listening to Camellia. Respectable. 6 from 2, not bad. Hey, we're getting some diamonds. Hey, we're getting quite a bit of diamonds here. Right. Kind of a dense chunk after the first few layers so far, but that's okay. As long as I stay focused, it won't take too long. Okay, there we go. Daytime. Oh, banger alert. It really is peak. What's up, Camo? How you doing? Doing alright. Nice, nice. Don't mind me, just doing the thing I'm always doing, mining the blocks. Alright, now that I know roughly mentally the average time between every like 10 layers, I can more easily see whether I'm ahead or behind pace. Currently this chunk is a little slower, or gonna just be right around average. We'll see where we are once we finish negative 29. We are... like a boomerang. So true. But yeah, if we're either at or over 48 minutes, then we are behind. We'll see where we are. Never know though, there could just be 1 billion air blocks below these next layers. The luck can always change. Terrain could always just be hiding something incredible. Yeah, they were really cooking with this song. 10 billion tough blocks. That sounds like a dream come true for speedrun chunk enjoyers. Nightmare scenario is lava sources all the way down. Especially because I am going to be turning all of it into obsidian. It is my duty. Gigantic lava lake incoming. So true. As far as I'm aware, there's no, like, actually giant lava lakes under this area. Kind of unfortunate. But there's definitely going to be tons of scattered smaller lava lakes. We will encounter them. These chunks ain't gonna mind themselves. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm working on it. What's up, Rio? How you doing today? How's it going in the chunking world? It's going. Making progress. Gotten 45 whole chunks done out of 1,024. So that's like a little over 4%. We'll get there eventually. We'll get the real progress going. But yeah. What's up, Dider? How are you doing today? Doing great. Decided to check on the status here before we're signing off. Well, thank you for stopping by. I wish I could make progress a little faster, but that's life. I do plan on doing a pretty long stream tomorrow though, so hopefully tomorrow is going to be one of those very good progress days. That is the goal. It's like 13 2 weeks ago. I mean, my ideal progress is like 1% every week. That would be like a good thing to aim for. It's just kind of hard. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best to get a lot of progress done tomorrow. Open for 5 deep dark biomes in the area. You're talking about ancient cities. We do not have any under the chunk area. I think this mountain is just not tall enough. We've already dealt with some deep dark. And obviously, my whole chunk area isn't mountain, so after a certain point, we're gonna not see it anymore. I think only like, I don't know, anywhere between 50 and 20% of the area, if even, is actually mountain biome. I am kind of focused on that first, though, with the pattern I'm doing, so. Yeah. Yeah, that bed was really trying to make sure it didn't go in my inventory. Got lucky. Bed yearns for cleaning. No time! Let's dig! Okay, pickaxe. Is this a fortune? It is. Cool. Okay, to meet the average, I would need to finish this double layer at 1 hour and 4 minutes, which is not happening. So I want to see how slow this chunk might end up being. Ooh, these Instamind blocks help though. It's not enough, but Okay, we are currently on pace to finish this chunk at 1 hour and 38 minutes, which is going to be like 2 minutes slower than the average so far. But things can always change. I mean, I see some Instaman blocks, so that should help. Very nice. Oolin. Ugh. Yeah, this chunk is going at its own chill pace, but that's okay. That is part of the project. We will eventually get some faster chunks towards the middle. It's gonna be quite a few. I inadvertently chose one of the densest areas to mine. But that's not a bad thing. Because that'll just make the fast chunks all the sweeter when we get them. Dang, that was technically a 12 vein of diamonds. It's not the biggest I've found, but it's kind of crazy. Even crazier because it's not on a chunk border either. It was like in the middle of a chunk. Like that's way more likely on a chunk border, but within a chunk that's not very common. That's a crazy pull from the phrase 12 vein of diamonds. Oh man. Not much, just doing the mining. You know how it is. How you doing, Grill? Check that. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, you know what? I swear I thought of doing an SR for something, but I literally can't remember what I wanted to do it for. Oh well. No idea. But what I do know about the application is that it literally just takes whatever is typed and then the first result on Spotify search is what it will use. So I guess if you type in 12 Vein of Diamonds, that is the first song that comes up for some reason. Like, I get why it's coded that way. It's just the most simple thing you could do. But it would be nice if it was a little smarter than that. But, I mean, it's a free application. I can't complain. And it's for a use case that's pretty niche. Like, not that many people actually do music requesting live on stream, from my understanding. Just because it opens way too many opportunities for trolling. Ooh, more Instamind blocks. Maybe this one will actually end up as just an average instead of below average time. We shall see when we are at negative 49. Is it actually 1273? I always heard as 1-2 symmetry, but I've never looked up the lyrics for this song. It's 1273. That makes even less sense. Yeah. Crazy. One, two symmetries, so it's our XP map set. Well, I was thinking more like 1-2 symmetry, kind of like Andrea in his mapping style. But your reading into it also works. Close enough. The song being Nightcore hides the hides that fact, I feel. Also, is this old or modern Camellia? My instinct tells me older Camellia, but I literally have no idea. Quite old, okay. Old Camellia is kind of crazy. Some of his best tracks are the ones he made that long ago. He still makes good music, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like the kind of music he makes now is not exactly what I'm looking for from his abilities. Yeah. Yeah, if Sotarks made music, he would be banned from the request queue, that's for sure. But actually, let me just ban him from the chat right now as well. There we go. He is now banned. Just before I forget. I mean, he's easily the person in the UC community I dislike the most that wasn't doing anything really weird. Trust me, nothing of value is lost from that. That bridge is easily burned. I do not care. I mean, there was no bridge to begin with, but... The only thing that came out of... I have no idea what clip you're talking about. And honestly, I don't need to watch it, I think. Literally everything about his existence in the OC community just annoys me. He just perfectly exemplifies all the things I dislike in the UC community. Also, one sec. Yeah. But yeah, on what we were talking about earlier, yeah, Camellia's sound is definitely just more commercial than it used to be. I mean, it just makes more sense from his perspective. Like, it's what pays the bills and gets you through life, you know? And maybe he just enjoys it. That's always possible, too. But there's definitely more of a charm to his older music and gets him to work with Toby Fox. Yeah, I mean, it just creates so many more opportunities for him that it's probably just worth it. Even if he loses a little bit of what made him, like, very special as an artist, you know? I feel like him going commercial did not really affect his music as badly as some other people that have done the same type of thing. It could be so much worse. Alright, it looks like we're still going to be like 2 minutes behind average pace, so this is just a slower chunk. That's okay, though. Actually, I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, it's looking like... Yeah, actually, yeah, never mind. It'll be 2 minutes slower, probably. I think final time will probably be around a minute, or sorry, not a minute, 1 hour and either 38 minutes or 39 minutes. Somewhere in that time range. I'll say an hour and 38 minutes, roughly. I think the people who work at malls probably do not have any idea what Camellia is and would be very confused. You know what? I want to throw a Camellia song in the queue. Let me find it. I don't remember the exact name of this song, but yeah, this. Let me throw this in there. This one's one of my favorites. Yeah, I forgot there was a Daisuke emote. Look, you put on Camellia and suddenly all the grandmas at the store will be purchasing everything. It'll work. Was there a lyric in this song that sounded like fried chicken? I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure I'm aware of this emote. Maybe I've seen it, but I don't know it by that name. Diamonds. Let's see this emote. Okay, it's gonna take like 5 minutes to load because 7TV is the worst website I've ever used. I'll let you know in a couple minutes when it works. Should you mine an entire chunk on your friend's server? Go for it. Why not? Alright, let me see if it's loaded yet. It is not. Okay, I think it loaded now. Or it's trying really hard. Okay, I've seen this emote. Oh, I'm not signed in. Hold on. Now I gotta sign in and then let it load again. Alright. Yeah, we can add this, sure. We can have this emote. For real. Well, it's just insane because it's like I can sit there forever and it'll never load, and then I refresh the page and it loads instantly after that. That's it. Literally what just happened to me right now. I let it sit there for like 3 minutes. It did nothing, and then I refreshed it and it worked in 5 seconds. Yeah, weird. Strange, strange. What if I say, I'm not like the others? How should you wake up your parents on Christmas? Don't. Let them sleep. I don't know, man. I don't celebrate Christmas, so... Don't ask me, man. I know Christmas because I did not grow up in a Christian household. Well, I guess I just grew up in a family that just didn't care about Christmas. I don't know what else to say. I guess technically you don't have to be Christian, but it'd be very weird for an Arab family to celebrate Christmas. Just saying. I don't think it's weird to not celebrate Christmas, even if it wasn't because of a religious thing. Christmas is just kind of like a fake holiday. Most countries don't celebrate Christmas. You're right. I think most people in the world don't celebrate Christmas. I mean, it's, again, mainly a Western Christian holiday. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the name. In Japan, they buy a KFC bucket. See, that's more of a real tradition than normal Christmas. Nah, but I don't know. Christmas is just a holiday I don't care about and I didn't grow up celebrating. It's just, you know, it's just, it is what it is, right? Also, this chunk ended up being faster than I expected. The very, very end of this chunk just had a lot of Instamine blocks. So it looks like it'll be about average after all. Maybe even slightly faster than average. Do I at least have a Christmas tree of some sort? So, why would someone who's not celebrating Christmas have a Christmas tree? Right, yeah. I have heard in other countries that it's celebrated on a different day of the year. Alright, there we go. That is another chunk complete. 46. Incredible. Very nice. World record! How does it keep doing it? Yeah, very nice. Also, we got more than we got, dang, we got, I can't do math. 72 diamonds? Pretty good, pretty good. Let's put those away. Do that, and then let me punch in the time. Yeah, this actually ended up being faster than average. Not by very much, but it was like 30 seconds faster. Or like 28 seconds, actually. Take it, take it. Stats. Let me screenshot my stats. New Year tree. Yeah. Christmas is just kind of silly. Song. Oh. Dude, you gotta get in on Deep Sea, man. This song is crazy. Honestly shocked that it's on Spotify, but I guess it shouldn't shock me because a lot of their songs are on Spotify. Oh, that wasn't his request. Oh, here's my request. Yeah, it's the same group. All right. Okay. I'm gonna just do something real quick. Let me punch in some info. Let me do it like this. Oh. Just copy that. That would be something for sure. Just trying to get a stat here real quick, and then I will continue. Okay. All right. We can close this up now. Minimize that. Okay. I think it is time to start our next chunk. Let's start from this corner. All right. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me drink water. Good idea. Am I Shaquille O'Neal? Have you ever seen me and Shaq in the same room? I don't think so. Just saying. Okay. Let's begin. Oh, I threw out my gravel. That's why I'm picking these up. Was confused for a moment. You know what? I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna do something different for this chunk. What if I just mine a bunch of lines down? Let's just see how this goes. Let's change it up. Just for fun. Let's change up how we do this. Yeah, we gotta change it up from time to time, you know? Ooh, air pocket. Hopefully no scary monsters hiding in the shadows underground. Ow. That hurts, dude. Thankfully I have mop griefing off, so it didn't do any mining for me. I think I have my game sound too low. I literally did not hear the creeper. I just had a bomb drop right behind me. But yeah, let's see how this method goes. I'm a little curious. I think the only thing I would have done different was start from a different direction. So that way I don't have to mess with the chunk border. Well, that's okay. Should be fine. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the map of this song at all, but the song itself is cool. It's interesting. More air pocket. Ooh. Interesting. Have I ever played Mario Odyssey? I have not. I do not own any console that it is on, and I've never bothered to pirate it. How dare I? My bad, I guess. Well, if I played Mario Odyssey, I'd be taking time away from my chunk mining. One of the best Nintendo games released for the Switch? I bet it is. Do I at least have a Switch? Well, like I said, I don't own any console that game is on, so no. Have I played Club Penguin? A very long time ago, yes. I don't remember too much about Club Penguin, to be honest, though. Because it's been too long. Card Jutsu. Oh, lava! Lava! Yippee! You guys know what that means. You know what it means. Oh, I'm just creating. There we go. Lava! It's time. Wait. Okay, I do have obsidian in my inventory. Feeding Frenzy. Now that's a real game. Nintendo fans when someone doesn't care about Nintendo games. For real, though. Like, look, Nintendo games are great. I'm not playing them right now, you know? It is what it is. Oh, man, there's a... Oh, snap, guys. There's a lot of lava here. Oh, boy. This one might be a long one. Alright, let me see where this chunk border is at, though. Oh, this is like all contained in this chunk. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, I think it would be smart, it would be wise of me to deal with this from now instead of waiting. I think that is the move. I wish I had gravel in my inventory right now. There we go. Do that. Okay. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh man, how much obsidian are we gonna get? This is gonna be wild. Here, I have an idea. We're gonna put away our sponges for now so I can collect more obsidian. Because we've not really been using those. Yeah, I need to get better at hacking. Here, let's move these things around. What am I looking for? Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I didn't lose my water there. But yeah, I don't know, man. Nintendo games are good, but like, man, I don't care enough. Oh wow, this lava is gonna be this is gonna be a problem. Oh boy. Okay, I think best method is starting from the topmost layer that I can. What's up, Mika Koine? How you doing? And yeah, as long as Nintendo games are exclusive to their consoles, I'm not gonna care. I did have Nintendo consoles growing up, and then I realized PC gaming is just better. And anytime I wanted to play a Nintendo game, let's just say, emulation is fine, guys. There's nothing wrong with emulation. Emulation is actually good. Come on. Okay. This is a lot of obsidian that we're gonna be mining. This is gonna be a very slow chunk just because of this. I guess it's good that I changed up my method, because imagine doing basically the entire chunk and then finding this at the very end. This would be so much more of a slog if I did this at the very end. This is the second chunk we've worked on today. We've only just started. This is the new meta. I mean, shoot. The first time I do this, I find this hiding. Maybe I'm onto something. Into the new era, indeed. Dude, how much of this chunk, though? Okay, yeah, this is still within the chunk. You know, if this chunk ends up being slow in every other regard, we could be looking at our first 2-hour chunk. That would be so messed up. But I think there's enough air pocket to make up for the fact. I don't know, though. We might get killed. Reverse world record. It'd be a world record, just in a different way. Anger, true. Okay, I mean, we're low enough now where there should not be more lava hiding under here, though. I've never seen lava spawn literally on the first layer of bedrock. Yeah, I think we're fine to pick our water back up at this point. Okay, right. Still gonna be other lava in the other chunks, but it's okay. Okay, let's make it daytime and not rainy. Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but that's okay. Let's fix this up. Dang, we got somewhere between 2.5 stacks of obsidian. I think more because we lost some. Anyways, let's finish up the method we were doing, right? Remember that? Oh, right. Okay. Right. You know my secret. I think everyone knows my secret. Okay. That's one row done. Okay, I'm gonna actually do this way now because I don't want to keep thinking about chunk borders. And then it'll be much easier to follow along. Sure, I already finished this project years ago. These are just reruns. I mean, sure, there is a Minecraft program that will literally mine for you already. I think, what is it called? Baritone? I think you could use Baritone to mine for you, and then I could just interesting, I know that. The reason I know about it is from watching videos about 2B2T, because that's used a lot on there. Place blocks for you too, right. Your judgment surely shall arrive later today to atone for your consumption-related sins you have just committed. Me when I live in capitalism. What's up, Muffin? Okay, I think I'm very quickly not enjoying this mining method. This is gonna be really slow if I do it this way. And this chunk's already gonna be slow now because of all the obsidian. I think we just do something different again. I still find it hilarious that the very first time that I tried mining any differently, I was instantly punished with 2.5 stacks of obsidian. I'm trying to keep up appearances for the stream, Muffin. I gotta be like, oh, I hate this. They can't know that obsidian is actually one of my favorite blocks in the entire game. I hate this block. It's the worst. I think the way to combat my hatred of obsidian is to expose me to it constantly. Front ends are deep slate. What's up, Slate? An introduction section? I don't think so. I think I have like rules. You're on the fence on this one. Would you consider yourself a fence sitter, perhaps? Looking through every noise, so get ready for some new music? Sure, why not? I'm always up for new music. As long as it's good. Dead chat. Dead streamer. Dead game. Dead project. Yeah, I think I've had a chance to actually recover. I think that's why. I mean, people who sound more lively are also probably more lovely if you think about this. It kind of works. And I love the implication of it because it's like I sound disgusting normally. You sound lovely today because normally you sound disgusting, dude. It's okay. I know I have possibly the worst voice ever crafted. It's okay. Y'all can tell me the truth. I sound less neurospicy today. Let's go. I love passing as neurotypical. I love passing as a normal human, as the kids say. This song is making me think I want to do some tap dancing. Wait, I'm neurotypical. It's true. I love the throwing of the pig skin. And I love holidays. It's actually like super disappointing, dude. Unbelievable. What can I say? I love football. I love beer. I love the flag. I'm very normal, guys. And these are all things I definitely like. Did I just assume that neurodivergent people don't like sports? Yeah. Sorry, as a neurotypical person, I have to assume. That's like the whole point of being neurotypical. You just assume things. I think. Favorite sport is chunking. This is incredible. I think I can agree with you on this one. Finally, a sport for us neurotypicals. You know what? I should change all of the tags that I have for my stream and just change it to neurotypical. That's the only tag that's required. I think this is a good idea. Actually, you think the only one that is required is the language tag? Well, I should change the language to American then. Because English is just not correct. It's okay. She's not laughing at anything I'm saying. Probably. I have no idea. I'm sorry. Arion has a song called E equals MC squared? That's absurd. It is... It is, Terraria. You're welcome. Super Meat Boy. So true. Not to be confused with The Binding of Isaac. No, 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 no. No, you're getting them confused, buddy. You said it first. I said it before you typed it. Grrr. Sorry, that was... I didn't mean to be super angry and yelling at my viewers. This is Isaac. So true. The Germa game. Wow. It's true. It's Isaac. See, the reason he's named Germa 985 was he was actually referencing the fall of the Berlin Wall. It didn't actually happen in 1985, but he thought it did. So the thought is what counts. Yeah, it happened in 985, not 1985. Common mistake. Well, surely you're not doing anything that might be in relation to Soup Muffin. Or else we might be having a problem here. You know, if you think about it, the band name Bowling for Soup is actually a reference to the Dust Bowl, Because the Dust Bowl happened during the Great Depression, and that's why they're bowling for soup. It's true. They were bowling for soup at the soup kitchens. Do I still play Rocket League? No. I don't think I've seriously played Rocket League in like maybe a year and a half. Broke the addiction. I mean, I was having fun with it towards the end. Like, I wasn't getting upset with it, but it definitely just kind of got stale. And also, I hate Epic Games. Sick boy, you make me sick. Thank you for telling me that, sick boy. That I make you sick. Was I a top player at any point? No. I mean, I reached Champion 3. So I think that would have put me in like the top like 5% of players or something. But I kind of limited my ability. I limited myself with that game because I did not play the way literally 99% of players in that game play, which is with controller. I play mouse keyboard because I'm an idiot and can't play with controller. Boy, I really dodged a bullet buying extra RAM a couple of weeks ago. Dude, like, hold on. I want to check. Let me see the exact RAM I bought, dude. I want to see what it's priced at currently. I'm gonna be sick when I look at the price of this RAM, aren't I? Where's the price? Where's the price? I can't even see the price. Hello? Where's the price? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm dumb. I forget how Amazon works literally every time I open it. Dude, okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but RAM prices have literally skyrocketed in the last, like, month. I bought my RAM, 32 gigs of RAM, for $60 2 months ago. It is now $130. It literally more than doubled. I literally picked the exact latest time to buy my RAM as possible before it just suddenly went out of control. Capitalism. It's literally just AI. So true though. No, but like it's actually insane. Like RAM is literally like the cheapest part of the computer to upgrade, and it's like, oh well, actually now it just costs 200%. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like yeah, I mean I don't know the exact reason, but like RAM should not literally just suddenly cost double. Wonder when the prices will drop again. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a funny one. Knee slapper. Man, I gotta be careful. I'm not gonna slap my knee anymore before I'm gonna end up needing knee surgery. Getting so old, man. Oh boy, what is this? Elbow slapper. I'm pretty sure my left elbow is unironically messed up. I need to lock in and actually mine this quickly. Use a mesh core. Yeah, I can hear that. I don't know why that got me, but it did. Dang, that's crazy. I play dragging when I play Osu, but I literally just drag on the tablet surface. I would never use paper. If you do want something to use, though, I've heard that, like, note cards can be pretty good, like index cards. Or you could even use, like, some kind of plastic. Yeah, at least if you're not trying to purchase a whole tablet cover. Roll a piece of paper to cover the tip of your pen. Yeah, that could work too. Maybe just doing it to the pen itself. But yeah, that's fair if you don't want to mess up your tablet, though. But I've heard people use things like index cards and plastic to make it more smooth feeling. I mean, I think I've tried that, but then I just realized I like sliding on the tablet surface and I don't care. Also, I just don't drag very hard, so I almost never need to change my pen nibs. And I think I only have like one like dead spot on my tablet that's kind of like harder to use. The song is incredible, by the way. Kind of press hard, then yeah, you definitely want a cover of some kind. Are you hearing this correctly? Yeah. Low-key, this song could be so much worse. It's really not unlistenable to me. Here's a song that's like kind of adjacent, I guess. It's not really mashcore, but It's not the biggest mood switch ever. If you go quiet, just know your motor does off. That's fine. Let the deep slate soothe you. Can be kind of hypnotic. Sure, if you're not posting every 10 seconds, we're just gonna assume you died. Definitely want some Soviet wave. First time chat being a song request. This is gonna be terrifying. Hello, welcome. Well, just by judging from that artist and song title, that is going to be Soviet Wave. Sorry, one sec. Alright. Yeah, I get chills every time that part of the song happens. I love Paraoka. I would say so. I think that this is valid indeed. I think Deep Slate and Mashcore are pretty relaxing. But I do know who Baby No Money is. He's like fine, I guess. Not really my cup of tea, but he's fine. That is in fact Isaac, by the way. If you know, you know. Not to alarm you, Grill, I normally don't pay attention to Spotify links, but RLC is in that Spotify link. I can't believe it. RLC. Usu Mapper. One of the best Usu Mappers of the golden era of Usu. Well, it's supposed to be a song. What should you do with your 1.1k channel points? Save them for a rainy day. Remember a GD YouTuber uploaded a video and the URL had the N-word written in it? What? Like the YouTube URL? I didn't know YouTube URLs could even do that. That's crazy. Am I going to add more options for it? I don't know. And the caption was like, why me of all people? Yeah, there'd be some like right-wing podcaster that would love for that to happen. And instead it just happened to a random Geometry Dash player. Wait. There is an Osu map of this song. I recognize this part of this song. It's like a really funky map too. It's like really weird slider map. Our podcast a millennial or zoomer thing? I think it's both. I mean, I like podcasts, but not podcasts that are telling me that I need to get male supplements to become a real man. I mean, the type of podcasts I enjoy are mainly about either left-wing politics or history, more broadly. It was a song request, Banana. That's why the link was put in the chat. RLC. He is the pretender. You're good. The worst thing a teacher's ever done to me. Man, I've been out of school long enough for I don't really remember stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like teachers haven't done anything specifically to me. It was more like collective punishment. Like you have some bad kids in the class and now everyone's being punished because of them. That or just teachers who literally did not know how to teach things. I've never had a teacher do anything specifically to me that I found problematic or anything. Fifth grade teachers shamed you every day in front of everyone to remember the exact definition of probability. Literally, why? That doesn't... Who cares? That's true. That's just a teacher literally power tripping over a 10-year-old. Not making fun of these people, but some of her colleagues for your teacher have called her mentally ill and other things you probably get banned for. Okay, I think whatever you're talking about is kind of getting lost in translation, but if you probably just shouldn't say things that will get you banned from the chat. I'll say that. Hmm. Got upset and finally reiterated it, but with an attitude, and she yelled in your face in front of other students for... I'm... Again, just straight up power tripping. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Yeah, I'm also just kind of confused on what you're talking about, Banana. Like, are you saying people are saying how she acts and what she's done in the past? Sorry, are you saying that this mentally ill teacher is just doing bad things on purpose? Huh. Okay, from my understanding, you're basically saying like she's... Are you saying she's like verbally or like physically abusive or both? I see. So she was also power tripping, essentially. Again, I don't understand teachers who literally decide their calling in life is to bully children. Yeah, welcome back, Perry. Yeah, apparently we're discussing abusive teachers now. Off limits. Dude, okay, I must have gotten lucky then. I have never had a teacher literally bully me. I've had kids try and bully me, but never the adults. That's crazy. I'm not in Canada and the French. Are you... Okay, I assume you're from somewhere in Quebec then. If you're talking about French Canada. Yeah, if a teacher did anything like that to me, I literally don't remember, and I just have chosen to forgot. Central Canada, interesting. Strange. Low key, I feel like everything I've heard, anything about French people and the language feels so elitist to me. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but that's the vibe I've always gotten from anything French related. Yeah. I mean, clearly this teacher, if what you're saying is true, they definitely should be reported and removed from teaching. Right. Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with the teacher this terrible and corrupt. I am very thankful that I can't remember ever having a teacher like this. It's just so strange to be willing to become a teacher, but without being the type of character that actually enjoys being around children. Like, imagine hating children and choosing teaching as your job. Apparently in 2023, her father died in a house fire and she got a divorce. And she was off for 2 years. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that is obviously going to scar you and make you miserable. But yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you can't take it out on people and you still have a job to do. You know? Having tragedies in your life, unfortunately, is not an excuse to not do your job. Especially when your job is literally, like, at least partially dealing with, like, keeping children in check. And taking out your emotions on children like that is both, like, just wrong, but also dangerous because kids are still young enough where that kind of thing can absolutely scar them and change them for the worse. It sets a bad example, and it's just wrong to do. I mean, I feel for her. Like, that's really bad. Like, I would be inconsolable if I went through the same thing she went through. But, like, you just can't do that. Yeah, she needs help and she probably just needs to find a different job. A job where she doesn't have to control her emotions as strongly as a teacher would. Because that's the thing. Part of being a teacher, you need to be able to control your emotions in front of kids. That's literally like a requirement of the job. Because if you can't do that, you're setting a really bad example for kids, and that's not what you want. Yeah. It's rough. Like, she just needs to find a job where she doesn't need to necessarily be... I mean, low-key, like, kitchen work. There's kitchens where you can work where you're just really terrible, like, emotionally, but it doesn't really matter because, like, what matters more is just pumping out food. Like, obviously, you still need to be able to control your emotions no matter what type of job you have, but there's certainly jobs out there that are more suited for people that struggle with their emotions, or at least just aren't very kind people. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if she's already been teaching for that long, it's hard to find a different job or a different profession. But, I mean, like, you just can't leave someone like that in a position to teach just because they have, like, tenure or whatever. It's like, at a certain point, their teaching ability still has to matter, even if they have tenure or whatever. It's like, yes, it should be hard to remove them if they've been there for a long time. But if it's provable that she's literally, like, psychologically and verbally abusing kids, then, like, you just can't leave someone like that in a classroom. Even if it means you have to pay a bunch of money to remove her, I think that's preferable than literally just letting her stay there, ruining who knows how many kids' lives, or at least just making their lives worse unnecessarily. Yikes. I hope you do not have to deal with her. I hope you don't have to deal with her more than 1 year. There's a guy who uses the tag Chunk who's live streaming old school RuneScape. Yeah, I'm actually aware that's a real thing in old school RuneScape. I think it's called like Chunk Man or something like that. Iron Chunk. Maybe I'm forgetting the exact term for it, but it's basically you just can only play in like one chunk at a time or something to that effect. I mean, I think in a different timeline, I would have been an old school RuneScape player rather than a Minecraft player. Had I have known about RuneScape before Minecraft, I think I would have been a lot more into it. I've just literally never played RuneScape in my life, though. So for me, the barrier to entry feels very high. Because there's a lot of people who've been playing that game for literally 2 decades, basically, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was aware of its existence, but I literally never thought anything of it until after I played Minecraft, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I really want to get into this. And now it's been so long where I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever get into it. I mean, obviously, it's never too late as long as the game still is open and functioning, but I don't know. I don't think it would be wise of me. I think, honestly, unless something changes in my life, I think this should probably be my last big gaming project that I work on. Unless something really captures my imagination or just gets me really sucked in. I don't really see myself doing another big gaming project after this one. Starter survival with my friends. I've done that many times and it never lasts. I think if anything, after I finish digging 1,024 chunks in this, it really depends. If this project for some reason had way more people watching at the end than right now, I would maybe consider keep digging, but I think I would change my focus to either maybe more variety type streaming, or if I stick specifically with Minecraft, I would do more like stream specific type streams, like not necessarily a long project, but maybe more just like single stream type events. I mean, I have some ideas floating in my head of stuff I could even do that's related to like chunk mining, but something that'd be more doable in like 1 to 3 streams rather than 1,000. So that might be something I pivot to at some point. But yeah. It's taking me 1,000 streams. I mean, I don't know for certain, but I've already done like 289 or something. Do you think I'll ever leave the internet? Like, just keep... I think if the internet becomes as terrible as it looks like it's going to be, there's probably going to be a point where I'm either only available on very small parts of the internet, or I just give up on the internet entirely. It really just depends on how bad everything ends up going in the next decade. If the internet becomes, like, literally completely dead in terms of, like, just all you can find is AI content, then, like, I don't see any reason to stay around. But yeah, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah. I mean, in a way, I've already kept to myself a lot more than I did in the past few years. I mean, I literally, on my Twitter account during 2020 to 2022, I literally was tweeting like 10 times a day on average. I now tweet like once every like week or two at most. Like I don't care nearly as much anymore. And I think it's better that way. I pretty much only use like Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff like that just to like keep up with very specific people and then just post my gaming progress. I hardly use it for anything else anymore now. On the occasion, I'll still post something funny, but I don't feel the need to be like, okay, I need to tweet something funny literally every day. Or just even just tweet every day to stay relevant. Like, I don't care. Who cares? And it's not like I'm even like a content creator of any kind aside from like streaming. And I'm not like huge or anything, so I literally just I'm just chilling. You are free to request the song yourself. I'm not gonna go out of my way to search up this song, though. It also has to be on Spotify, so if it's not on Spotify, then my bot will not accept it. I still need to look and see if I can find a way to do YouTube instead of Spotify, because I'd rather do that. Yeah, and that's the thing. I would still play games. I don't think I'm ever gonna quit playing video games or games in general. But definitely in terms of like consuming content and producing content, I could see myself stepping away from that in the near future. Like, unless this randomly works out, I don't think it's worth my time. Oh, oh, nice lag. So awesome. It's exclamation point SR and then a Spotify link. Your computer froze for a few seconds when I said nice lag. I'm actually just watching over you at all times. Okay, you just do exclamation point SR in front of it. Okay, there you go. She did it for you. Yeah, there's a space after the SR as well. Ooh, pickaxe. Oh, 15, dude. That was close. Oh, man. But yeah. I mean, that's definitely not a Japanese version, but I doubt there's a Japanese version on Spotify. Spotify does not have everything. I mean, unless the Living Tombstone suddenly sings Japanese. Yeah. I mean, Spotify is just not gonna have all that stuff because they have to worry a lot more about copyright. They can't just do what YouTube has done and just have everything be there. Although Nintendo famously will copyright strike their songs on YouTube. They're definitely one of the most aggressive in that regard. Because Nintendo low-key terrible company, at least in that regard. They make good games, but man, are they terrible on copyright. Copyright entire game mechanic? God. I think it would be foolish of me to support Nintendo. I would definitely just emulate older games if I were you. Good luck. Can't believe you're gonna win a PC and then immediately sell it for bagillion dollars because all the parts have exponentially increased in price. You love Nintendo and their games. It's just their games are great, but they're so unnecessarily aggressive about everything in relation to their IPs. More so than most companies. And like, I get it that you need to enforce copyright so you don't lose the copyright on your stuff, but man, they just go about it in the worst way possible. Alright. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I think today is also just going to be a 2-chunk day, so after I finish this. However, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming for a pretty long time. I'm thinking somewhere in the 9-hour range, so be ready for tomorrow. It'll be a big one. Nine! I did that, like, a little over a week ago. So I know I can do it. That's like 5 chunks, basically. But yeah, it's probably gonna start pretty early in the day, though. 13 chunks. I've actually not even calculated how many is possible, but that sounds like on the upper limit of what's possible. I'm also not gonna do this because I still have a life. And I have work after tomorrow. What time will I start? That I haven't decided, but it's probably gonna be no later than like 1 p.m. EST, so like your time zone. It'll be pretty early in the day. And I think I'd probably start even earlier if I can. That's the plan anyways. Will the villain from the new Super Meat Boy game be made out of Bork? God, I hope so. Can't wait for Super Bork Boy. I am not gonna take a day off work just to play Minecraft all day. That's what my off days from work are for. I still need money, unfortunately, because streaming is not my job. I'm the only streamer you've been watching recently. Well, I'm flattered to hear that. Okay. Wow, that was terribly long, but that's because we mined 2.5 stacks of obsidian at least, dude. There was so much obsidian. Remember us when we get 1 trillion. I'll do my best. World record. I actually don't think that's even the longest one I've done in terms of time. So you know what? I'll take it. Yeah. That actually still wasn't even the longest time spent. But yeah. Oh, let me get this. What is it? 1794. Dude, where is this? I love not being able to find stuff. Okay. And then 6143. Oh, hey, it's this song. Yeah, I forgot I added this to the playlist. Okay. Anyways, though, that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm just going to quickly screenshot my stats. And then I am going to disappear for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, tomorrow should be a pretty long stream, so be ready. It will be a fun one. Alright, good night. Goodbye. See you guys then.